ECDL Advanced, Word, Lesson 77, Running a Macro. Once a macro has been created and recorded, it can be run at any time. But as you'll find during the course of this lesson, sometimes we do need to rethink how we put them together. We're going to start off by opening the document summary, and from the View tab, click the Macros button, not the drop down arrow, the Macros button itself. From the Macros In part of the window, make sure it's selecting all active templates and documents, and then let's select the macro that's called Landscape from the list. Now what this should do when we run it is to change the page from Portrait to Landscape. At the moment it's Portrait. And as we can see, now it's been changed to Landscape. Okay, close this document without saving it. And now we're going to work with the document that's called Discovery. So if you open that, I'm just going to zoom out so that we can see both the top and the bottom of the page, because we want to see any headers and footers. As we can see, there are no headers and footers at the moment. What we're going to do is to run the macro that we created in the last lesson, which is called Footer. View, Macros button, Footer, Run. Now, we've got a problem. What we wanted is for the name of the file to be Discovery, and for the other items there, my name and also the date, to be in the footer. This hasn't happened. The easiest way for us to get round this issue is to set up two separate macros, one of them to create the header and then the other one to create the footer. So that I'm going to sort out now. If we record a new macro, I'm going to call it header. First of all, I'll need to revert back to the original version of Discovery. In the first instance, I'm going to create a new macro called header. Insert, header, edit header. What we want to put in here is the file name. So insert, quick parts, field, make sure you're selecting document information for categories, and then find file name and press OK. Right, we've done that. Now what we want to do is to close the header and footer. Go on the header and footer, close it, and then stop the recording. Okay, we now have a new header macro. We're now going to replace the footer macro that we created before. View, Macros, record macro. I want to call it footer. I want to replace the version that we recorded before. Okay, insert, footer, edit footer. I want to put my name in here. Tab twice to get to the right hand side, and then I want to insert a date. Okay, now I can close the header and footer and stop the recording. If I look in View, Macros, the button, we'll now see we have header and footer along with the other two we created in the last lesson. Okay, so let's revert back to the original again. This is the original Discovery document, and now I'm going to run the header macro, and it adds the file name into the header. Next, let's run the footer macro, and now it's got my name at the bottom in the footer and also the date. Okay, close this document without saving, we've just got one lesson left till the end of the Word module, so I look forward to seeing you for that one.